Do we look just alike?
Twins! You know what's good? If you're in a cold climate for Halloween, this is actually nice and warm.
It is. It's very warm. My head
Keep it in the
feels snug. Snug. It's like wearing a Snuggie on my head.
So this week's nudge is, like I said, DIY, and the reason I'm doing this is because I have never made Hattie's costume for Halloween. I don't think I've ever made her anything. Abby makes me feel like a bad parent because she has homemade every costume for her kids. She's very, very crafty. This is a good nudge for this time because we're so close to Halloween. And we all know that the #1 costume this year is going to be a troll, right? Mm-hmm. So this is how to make troll's hair in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can make it in 10 minutes. You might need like a 5-minute buffer.
Okay. So let's go over the tools real quick. What do you need?
A pen. This one is one of the water-soluble ones that are
like a fabric pen.
A fabric pen, but you can use any pen. Thread in the color of your hair. Needles, pens, measuring tape, scissors, a glue gun, and a glue stick.
Next, the materials you're going to need are things you're probably going to have to buy. So let's go over those.
You're going to need your furry fabric in whatever color you choose.
Yeah, if you're doing branch, black is good, or dark blue.
Dark blue, yep. And then you're going to need a headband. If you're not confident in your sewing skills, get one closer to the color.
Is it better to have this wide?
Yeah, a wide one with the mesh, these meshy kinds. For people who don't sew, that makes it really easy. There are 3 different colors of felt for Poppy's crown headband flower thing that she wears.
So again, if you're doing branch or another troll that isn't Poppy, you're not going to need the felt.
You're not
it's really, all you're going to need is this and this. All right, so what's the first step?
Measure your kid's head.
Okay, so we went ahead and did that already, and we measured Hattie's head. It is 20 inches.
It's 19.5 inches.
19.5 inches, so we're just rounding up to 20.
Step 2 is measure your fabric. So you want to measure your fabric, but put in that extra 1/2 inch for seam allowance. So we are going to cut our fabric at 20 inches, not at 19.5.
Step 3?
Step 3, sew on your headband. What? That's step 3.
Make sure when you start sewing on your headband that you're doing it at the edge that doesn't have all the poofies at the top.
Anyway, we sewed half the headband on. Then you're going to flip it over and sew the other half of the headband on.
So it's more like step 3.5.
Step 4 is to sew up the seam in the back of your...
Okay, so you're closing up the hair.
Closing up the hair. It's just a quick whip stitch.
All the way up.
Mm-hmm. Step 5 is to do another one of the in and out type stitches along the top to gather the hair. So you're going to pull it tight at the end and do your knot whenever you're happy with the zhuzhing of your hair.
Zhuzhing.
Mm-hmm. That's technical.
Another technical term.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sewing the top of the rim, you're not actually sewing anything together. So just go in and out of your fabric so that you have a nice thing to pull and gather it all together. So if you have gotten all the way to that point, you have finished every single troll hair except for Poppy's. And if you want to do Poppy's, we're going to show you how to do the what is it?
Headband.
The headband.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your darker green strip and you're going to just glue the leaves on in intervals throughout your strip.
So like 3 leaves, and then opposite, we're going to do this on the headband. It's going to look like that.
3 flowers. And then you're going to just glue your flowers on to your leaves.
Okay, and you made these out of cardstock? You just made yourself a...
So yeah, I made a template just out of cardstock. It's not perfect, but you know,
it's kind of the trolls way.
It's kind of the trolls thing, yeah. So just kind of freehanded it and then cut it out so that I could then use this to draw onto my felt to cut out my felt.
So another pro tip that Abby gave me is that this is for one night. You're not planning on getting this to the point where it can be washed in the washing machine or last more than really Halloween. So the stitching doesn't really matter how professional that looks.
And the hair is very forgiving. So
yeah, and you can do it by hand.
Nice.
You don't have to use a machine.
Don't use a machine.
Okay, this is freaking amazing. It looks so realistic. Thank you so much for teaching me how to do it. And guys, it was so much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah, don't go out and buy it. Just make it. It's so easy. It's cheaper. And I know we're all working parents, but you have time to make this. I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. Awesome. Thank you. Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Bouffant.
Don't you think this is a good Trolls
I
bouffant?
know. We'd fit in the South. I can't stop touching it. I love
I
it.
know. It's really nice.
I think it'd be great to go to work like this and just see if anyone comments, but be
Or
extremely
notices.
serious.
If you work with all men,
At a
they
meeting.
probably won't notice.
Have you gotten the reports for last month's business stuff?
No, I haven't. Maybe they're in your hair. You're welcome.
Poppy, you're so happy. I hate your happiness.
He does not sound like that.
Yes,
you
he
not sound
does.
like Justin Timberlake right now.
I do. Do we look like sisters?
Do we? Hold on.
Do you know what? Trolls, the movie, is so trippy to me.
Super trippy. Super trippy. It's
My
like
2-year-old loves it, and the first time I saw it, I was like, what is she watching?
it makes
they had to be
you
on
wonder
something.
why they like it.